Hey everybody, welcome to Rise and Shine. Today it's been requested to do a slow down, chill out, hold the stretch version, almost like what you would do before we go to bed. So we definitely can do this routine in the morning, that's not a problem. You can definitely do this routine in the middle of the day, not a problem. But if you're looking for just a wind down before bed, that's kind of what we're planning on doing today. Throwing in a little bit of core in there too, just cause. So today, if you want to grab pillows, blankets, bolsters, anything like that that you think might be beneficial to you and make you more comfortable, definitely grab it because you're going to be holding this pose a little bit longer than our traditional like 45 seconds or so. So my name is Jen and welcome to Yoga Express. Or no, sorry, Yoga Express. I take that back. It's Rise and Shine. Got too many fun yoga options. So I'm just grabbing two bolsters. This one I made, this one I found at Five Below, but you could use couch cushions, anything like that. And I also have a yoga block near me, and I also grab the other one too, just because it's always better to have more, and you don't have to use it. However, that does not mean that you need to go out and spend a lot of money for yoga. You literally can do it with a beach towel on the ground. So, all right, find a position that is comfortable for you to sit in. I find this one to be the most comfortable, but that's me. That's my body. That's how I feel. How do you feel? What's good for you? So we're going to spend literally 5 minutes here. Okay. So get comfortable. That could be, I think I'm going to be here. So find that position. For this 5 minutes, I want you to concentrate on your breathing. I want you to concentrate on relaxing your body. And if that means you don't really want to sit up, maybe you want to lie down, that's totally fine too. But this is a long time we're spending here together in this first position. 5 minutes is a long time. So it's just breathing. That's it. Think of it as a breathing meditation. Okay? And I hate to suggest this, but if you absolutely hate this idea, because this is a video, you can always skip forward. However, I highly suggest that you don't, but it's always out there for an option for you. Okay. So let's begin. take 2 more breaths and then slowly bring yourself back into your consciousness. Hopefully that was nice and refreshing by itself. And if you did, fast forward, welcome back. All right, so we are going to all lay on our belly. So whatever situation you have figured out right now, slowly make your way onto your belly. So we'll all kind of be getting this part of the class together. Okay. All right, first of all, put the weight equally on your forearms, equally amongst all the fingers. And then we're just gonna push one arm straight and then the other, one at a time. Just kind of rocking back and forth. And then once you've evened it out on both sides, we're gonna come up nice and tall with both hands. And then bring it back down, drop the head. Push it back up nice and tall. And back down. One more push up. And back down. You're literally just going to move your whole body side to side, little wiggle. Bend those knees, kick those feet. And then take your right arm, put it in the middle towards your sternum, and take your left hand and grab your left foot. Now pull this in and get a good stretch of that quadricep, or the beginning, the front part of the quad, thigh. See, the quad part of the quad. What happens when you take 5 minutes to just meditate? Your brain turns to mush. And then switch sides. And then release. All right, so if you want to do both sides individually again, I invite you to do so. Otherwise, we're going to do both legs together. So I'm going to put my torso on the ground. I'm gonna grab one foot, I'm gonna grab the other foot, and then I'm gonna lift my chest and thighs off the ground, and I'm going to continue to breathe. All right, let's lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. And if you did just one side, we're gonna do the double again, so you have the chance to do the other side. So grabbing the feet, bringing those legs together, and let's lift it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Put that forehead on the ground and let those shoulders lean forward. Beautiful. Okay. Roll onto your side. All right, so we're going to do the alphabet with the arms and the legs today, but we're going to do each body part separately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay on my side like this. I'm going to relax my neck as much as possible. So this works pretty nice. I'm at a nice neutral angle. So what I'm going to do is just take this top arm and I'm going to trace the alphabet with the shoulder. The idea is for it to get a little tired, but not too crazy. And we're coming in this kind of upward motion, just straight up and down, so we don't have to worry about, we're going to have to worry about with our legs in a minute. So nice and slow and control the entire alphabet with the shoulder, working on shoulder mobility. Nice and stress-free, okay? So, all right, arm out, and you can do this at your own pace. Big letters, small letters, you decide. And if there's something that irritates you and you know it irritates you, obviously avoid it. This is a great thing to do when you're at your desk, just sitting upright, and you're just looking for a way to just kind of equal things out again. We used to do this all the time in our seated classes we used to offer at the beginning of the pandemic. And then relax that arm. And then we're just gonna roll on to our backs. And we're gonna do the same thing with our legs. So we're gonna do one leg at a time. As big of a motion or small of a motion as you wanna do. So I'll just start with my left because I used to do my left, but to each your own. All right, big letters starting now. And this does work the core. If this is too much, you can always keep the leg still and just move the lower. And if you need to take breaks, take it. Just because things seem easy from the outside, it doesn't mean that they are. I will tell you, my quad is burning. And then when you're done, relax. Take those legs, shake them out. And then we're gonna do the other side. Now I'm just gonna stick with the legs because I'm nice and comfortable here, but if you want to do the arm first, totally fine, you do, not a problem. So we're gonna end up equaling ourselves out anyway. But I'm just gonna stick with the legs. And I'm gonna begin. And being like this is a video class, if things are taking a little longer for you, just pause the video. Make sure you're breathing. Whew. Shake it out. And then you can just literally just turn over, but because I don't want to be rude and not look at the camera, I'm just gonna turn this way. And I'm gonna do the arm on the second side of the shoulder. And I'm going to begin, but you begin when you're ready. Remember, this is a nice, easy class today, just to get our muscles ready for bed. We're getting moving. And then release. So hopefully you're feeling some movement in the hips, you're feeling some movement in the shoulders, everything's feeling wonderful and good, and we're just gonna push ourselves up. Anytime that you feel like you don't want to use your core for something, I learned this when I got my gallbladder out years ago. I'm here on the ground, and I just take that forearm, and then I just use it, and I push myself up. It's a really nice, relaxed way to get yourself up. Okay, so I'm gonna have one leg here. I have my foot right here, and my other leg is just on top. All right, so first we're just gonna do a nice big roll, and then we're gonna add in lifts. So when we come around, we're gonna lift it up, back down. Lift it up and back down. Lift it up and back down. The next one we're gonna hold. Just come up and hold. Full body stretch. And calm down. Let's switch it out. Other side. Same thing. So we're just gonna go up and around. Up and around. Let's lift up and down. 2. 3, last one we're gonna hold. And come up, full body stretch. And down. Wonderful. Flip it on over. So we're sitting on our heels. All right, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of space. So we're gonna do a little movement. So what we're gonna do is first we're gonna bring our arms behind you, and you're gonna push your hips out to the sky. You can look back if you want. And then we're gonna roll it forward, bring that forehead towards the ground. It doesn't have to touch. And then roll it back. And you're just gonna go back and forth between the two. And we're gonna do this for 2 minutes. So if you wanna hold a pose longer, do so. I will tell you when those 2 minutes are up. So just lose yourself in the movement, in the meditation, in the moving meditation. I'm going to do one more of each. And I'm going to roll myself up. I'm going to bring my legs in front of me. And I'm going to point those toes up to the ceiling. Wiggle those legs around a little bit. And I'm going to make myself as straight of a 90-degree angle as I can here. So 1, 2, and then same thing with my ankles. 1 and 2. All right, as always, this isn't hard enough posture as it is just to stay here. But otherwise, if we want to add on, I'm going to bring my arms up to my chest or straight out, depending on how much room you have. I'm hitting the wall here, so I'm going to be here. And I'm just going to turn and twist. And turn and twist. If your arms are straight, you're reaching towards that ankle and back out, and reaching towards that ankle and back out. And we're feeling a stretch in those hamstrings or the back of the legs. One more each side. All right, and then come on up. So I'm just gonna bend one foot, and I'm gonna worry about lifting this leg off the ground, just up and down, just a little bit. I'm not pushing with this leg to get that other side up. I'm not pushing with my arm to get that leg up. Movement is coming from my leg only. We're gonna go for 10, nice and slow. Toes are pointed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Switch it out. Other side. Which side is easier? Up and down. I find it to be my dominant side, but that's me. We have 2 more. All right, release. Let's lay on our backs. And we're going to bring those knees into the chest and give them a little, just kind of squeeze back and forth. All right, so let's bring those legs up. So I have my toes pointed and I have a 90-degree angle here and here. And I have a 90-degree angle here and here. That's what we're aiming for. My hands can be down by my side. And I'm going to tap a foot and bring it up. And tap a foot and bring it up. I just alternate. And if you want to add a little bit more, you can alternate so they're moving at the same time and just crossing over each other. Make sure that the back is squeezed into the floor. There's not a gap there. And if you feel that there is a gap, by kind of pendulum them, then you're going to stop and you're going to do them one at a time. Or maybe you're only going to go a quarter of the way down. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. I have to do 6 because I need to balance it out. 1 and 0. Okay, drop those legs. Bring those arms out to the side and have them be like a goalpost. Let's drop the knees. Keeping both shoulders on the ground. And the other way. Both both shoulders on the ground. Come back to the center, straighten out those legs, and we're gonna roll over on our belly, and we're gonna go into some supported pigeons. So if you have something for comfort, make sure you grab it or have it accessible to you. So I'm just gonna turn this way so I have my stuff right here for me. So we're on our bellies, and then I want you to push yourself up into tabletop. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit before we get there. So I'm gonna put my right hand towards the center, and I'm gonna grab my left foot, just like we did when we were laying down. Now you can either be here, everything is wonderful and golden, or if you want, you can lift that leg up off the ground. I'm gonna stay here because we're chilling and we're having a good time today. We're not adding too much stress to our bodies, but if you wanna go there, you go there, no worries. And then we're gonna switch it out to the other side. And then release. Now I would like you to be back in our traditional tabletop position. Now I would like you to take your left knee, bring it in. My left foot is still on the ground. I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to give it a squeeze. I'm going to become this little ball. And then I'm going to release it down and relax. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. My right leg is going to come in. My right knee is going to come in. My right foot's going to stay on the floor. And I'm going to give that knee a squeeze with my left hand arm combination. Both the hand and the arm. They both work so well together. And then I'm going to release. Okay, then I'm going to take my left leg, I'm going to bring it out behind me. I'm going to bend that knee, I'm going to bring that knee in. I'm going to spit out for my pigeon on this first side. So I'm going to be in this upright position here. I'm going to grab whatever I want to be comfy because we're going to be here for 2 minutes. Now, you can either stay up nice and high, that's totally fine. Or you can drop down into a more comfortable position if you find that more comfortable. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this little pillow here for support. I'm gonna try to breathe in to this hip as much as I can. And we're holding here. Remember, this is always all suggestions. So if you would rather spend your time in a different posture or a different pose within this posture or a different position within this posture, please do so. Can we drop a little lower maybe? Hopefully we're not tingling anywhere. We saw blood flow. We're here for about the 20 seconds. We're not holding tension anywhere else. We're not holding it in our shoulders. We're not holding it in our neck. So we're nice and slowly going to come out of whatever position we were in. We're going to tuck those back toes under. We're going to come back through to tabletop. Okay, we're ready to start side number 2. So I'm taking that right leg and I'm bringing it back. I'm bending that knee. I'm bringing it in. And then I'm bringing that foot over to one side and knee over to the other side. And I'm landing back with that leg nice and tall, front part of my body. All right, so let's add in any support that we're going to find comfortable for these 2 minutes. And we're gonna go. A lot of people doing weird positions with their legs crossing, uncrossing, laying on the couch weird when they're doing their work, whatever it happens to be. So really making sure that we're loosening up these hips before we go to bed, or if we're doing this in the morning. If we had tight hips yesterday and then we slept on them, then now they're really tight, and then we're loosening them up for the day ahead. So no matter what you're using this yoga routine for, it all works well for you. But that being said, after we finish this posture, another like 45 seconds or so, we're gonna really start cooling it down, getting really comfy for bed. So if that means grabbing a sweatshirt or grabbing some socks, that would be a really good thing to do in about 30 seconds or so. Tuck those back toes under and come back through tabletop. All right, so this is the chance to grab some water, grab a sweatshirt, whatever it happens to be that you think that you need for your own comfort, grab it. And it's always a good time to hydrate, so. All right, so I'm just gonna grab my 2 blocks because we're gonna do kind of a open knee moment on our backs. So I'm gonna grab those, and I already have my socks on, so I'll be good to go. All right, so when you're ready, no rush. We're gonna lay on our backs. We're gonna keep the feet together, and our knees are gonna go out to the side. So nice and slow. Beautiful. So if my legs were more relaxed than they are now, I could have these blocks at a different level, but they're not, and I'm accepting of that, so it's okay. By having those blocks under there, I'm really giving myself the chance to open up those hips from the other direction. So we did the leaning forward in the pigeon, and now we're in this nice recline pose. Oops, so flat. Hands are on the belly. And I like you to just kind of move around those wrists a little bit. Both sides. And the fingers. Now, if you happen to be using a block, or you happen to have pillows that you're using, you're gonna try this. If you don't have them, don't worry about it, feet are just on the ground. So we're gonna bring those knees together, and I'm gonna bring my prop just on the ground by my feet. And I'm gonna put my feet on top. So I'm just doing, we're gonna do bridges, but they're just gonna be elevated. So if you have a pillow, they're gonna be an elevated bridge pillow. If you have blocks, an elevated bridge with blocks. And if you have neither, they're just on the ground, so no problem. All right, hands are down by the glutes, and a nice, easy and slower lifting up by By having the prop, it just gives you more room to grow. You're not missing anything. We're just gonna bring it nice and high. Relax that head and neck and shoulders. And then we're gonna just come down super slow. And if you're up higher, it's gonna take you a little bit longer to come down, and that's great. Roll that pelvis, and then we're gonna come up. We're gonna go 2 more times. Up nice and high. You want a marble to go from your kneecap to your nose in one giant slide. And back down. Roll that pelvis. Last time up. And last time down. Great, I'm just gonna push those blocks out of the way. I'm going to cross one leg over and then drop those knees to that side. Let's turn our upper body to face the opposite direction. So if my knees are going to my right, my head is going to my left, as long as that's comfortable for me. And my hands can be on my belly, or they can be opened up like a field goal, just to get a little bit more full body. We're coming up to our Shavasana time. And if you are doing this in bed, we are gonna end the class with Shavasana, and that way you have the ability to just relax and chill. I will tell you when the time is up, so if it's morning, you can go on with your day, but we're not gonna formally come out of it together like we usually do. Uncross that leg, come back through center, and let's go to the other side, and cross it. Looking the other way, and whatever you do with your arms on side A, we're gonna do with side B. Come back to the middle, and let's just do one happy baby before we end. So I'm going to grab my big toes, or I'm going to grab my inner arch or my outer arch, or my ankles, or my thighs. I'm just going to play. I'm going to rock a little side to side, kick one leg out, kick the other leg out, legs wide, legs in, whatever works. Take some nice deep breaths. Bring those legs in, bring them out, do a little rocking motion. That feels good on your spine, it feels great on my spine. And then slowly release the legs. And if you're in bed, tuck yourself in. And we have 3 minutes that we're going to be here. Push all my props out of the way. So remember, our legs are just nice and relaxed. Our shoulder blades are tucked under. And we're relaxing that neck, that jaw, the face. if you are not going to sleep, we're going to slowly make yourselves have a little bit of movement and slowly sit up and go on with your day. If we are not, hopefully we're nice and relaxed and ready for a good nap or a good night's sleep. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great day.